welcome back to my channel. So this summer feels like it's flying by. It's already the end of July, so that means it's time to show you guys my 5 favorite plants from the month of July. I'm going to do these in no order, so I'm just going to get started with the ones I have closest to me. And the first one is this Philodendron Pink Princess. Now I picked this up at a plant swap, and it came with this leaf and that leaf. So I just figured it was a reverted one, but the next leaf it gave me does have a little bit of pink on it. And I'm getting a new one now. So I think kind of why I like this, it's just exciting to see what each new leaf is going to look like. And I'm hoping for more variegation. I have it under the lights in the cabinet behind me. But other than that, it's really easy care. So that is my first plant of the month. My next plant is this string of pearls, and this guy is a long time in the making. This was my very first houseplant ever. I got him back in August of 2017. That was when I first got into houseplants. I didn't have as many. I had him, and then I got like a couple others. But I remember seeing this online and wanting one, and I couldn't find it. My mom was able to find one on vacation, and I have been through it with this plant, so I'm going to stick a picture in here, and that is what it looked like at the beginning of this year. And I was kind of at the point where I didn't know what to do anymore because it just kept losing pearls and shriveling, and the ones that would grow in would be so tiny. So I decided to try giving it more water and then keeping it here in this cabinet behind me under those lights instead of in a south window. So it's not as harsh of light, and with a little bit of more water, it seems to be doing so well. I mean, it wasn't even trailing before, as you could see in the picture. So I can't say enough good things about this guy. Just really happy with it. Okay, the next plant I want to share with you is my Florida Ghost. And this one is also another one that took a while to kind of get going. So I got this, I want to say back in like February. My husband got it for me for Valentine's Day, and it originally came with just these green leaves, so you can see the 4 main green leaves, and it didn't do anything for a couple of months. Finally it started putting out some new growth. So this was the first leaf I got, and you can see it's starting to turn green. So if you're not familiar what these will do, the new leaves will come out white, and then they will turn green as they mature. So this is the first one that it put out in my care, which is starting to turn now. Then we've got this one, and then there's a new one coming out already. And then I just noticed the other day down at the base of the plant, it's doing something there too, so maybe I'll get like another growth point. But I just love watching this plant grow lately. I've been really pleased with it. Okay, the next one is my Monstera Adansonii, and I wanted a wide one for a while, and I just never picked one up. It's one of those plants where you have it on your like, I would like to have this list, and you see it because it's not super rare, but you just never buy it. So I got this when I went to Bark and Vine in February, and I loved it then too. It had maybe like 3 or 4 of these really large leaves. They're about the size of my hand. And it started to get tall, so I cut it. And when I did that, it pushed out all this new growth on top. Pretty much every single leaf point in here put out a new leaf. So it was a gamble, but it really ended up working out. And I just love to see how this grows. So right now, what I'm doing with this, I have it in between 2 windows, kind of in that wooden part in between. So it gets light from both of the windows, but nothing direct shining on it. And then I started to stake it up, so I'm going to let it get, you know, maybe like yay big. I just kind of want to have it grow up the window a little bit. So that is what I'm aiming for with this guy. And then the last one I want to share with you guys is my Philodendron Gloriosum. Now this came with, I think, 3 leaves. This is the only one left because I gave it a little bit of a trim. It always makes me nervous to do that with like a more expensive plant, but I think it ended up turning out a lot better. So let me show you what is going on. This is a philodendron that crawls across the surface instead of climbing or vining. So I'm gonna have to repot this eventually because it's almost to the end, you can see. Now when I got it, I think I got it maybe in January or February. It was back towards the beginning of the year. So it had 3 leaves. This was one of them, and it had 2 others. And I recently cut those off because I wanted to get the plant kind of into a better shape. So let me see. This was the first leaf it put out in my care. And these are, they're just so gorgeous. They're not shiny. They're kind of a matte. And they're just like pillowy and textured. I love the way this guy looks. And this is the most recent one. It's gotten so much bigger. And I think it's still kind of hardening off some, but you can see here, this is what we're going with. And even though these leaves are slow to unfurl, it's constantly growing. So since I've gotten it, it's always had a growth point going on. And you can see right there. So the new leaf will come out, and then at the base will be the next one starting. And it's always had one of them going. Now, granted, because the leaves are so large, it takes longer for them to unfurl, so it's a little bit slower like that. But it always is doing something, and I think that's kind of what I enjoy about it. So yeah, this is my last plant that I wanted to share with you guys of my favorites for July. I hope you enjoyed seeing my favorites for July. I'm also going to be uploading a plant haul for July to show you guys what I picked up. So be sure to keep your eyes open for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.